It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. Free A Sports College.
Hollywood, what's going on, man? I appreciate you, man. I'm trying to get this tough win.
We can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Cardinals will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Clemson's offense will have the first possession of the game. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ross. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by, game. I really appreciate you and stuff, man. I hope your day going okay.
Just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, by the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Caught behind the line. It's Ross. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass. It's Lindsey. Grabbed in the middle. It's White. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. A great catch and run for 6.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Louisville's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Pulls it in. It's Watkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pucks it out of the air. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man, it's Burgess. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. The give out of the gun. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball. Like, he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position. Being an every down back. That's exactly what this guy embodies.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
To the air on 2nd down. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over Colorado. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gives it on the option.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hard running there. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's really close to that 1st down marker.
Thank you, Hollywood. I really appreciate it, man.
Nice catch by the big
Man, being number one. I feel like when you number one, they make the computer like play extra tough for some reason. I don't know why, but it just feel like they play extra tough for some reason.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's Lindsey. Going for the big play. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle.
Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Oh, he got loose. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Appreciate you, Hollywood. I just got to play lockdown D.
So hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Wheeler. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
One of the things that really impresses me about this receiving group is their physical receivers. They can break tackles. They don't just go down as soon as someone gets close to them. These guys are always fighting for extra yards.
To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Davis. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Pushes ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
I need to get better at my user skills, man. I need to get better at my user.
He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw. It's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. If things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Watkins. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Let's say the ball went out of bounds. What? How? How? The ball never went out of bounds. Oh, well, he was down anyway.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll ride Davis here. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Rides the back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw. They'll run the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the try is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Grabbed over the middle. It's Wheeler. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. They'll go to the air. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Big guy smells it. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. They'll immediately call timeout. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He splits the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away.
Trying to, man. This computer is tough, but that's all right. We're going to try to make it through, though.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Jackson will throw. Finds his target down the middle. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Leaves it with the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Leaves it with the running back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. The screen, he's got wheels. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There he goes!
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Burgess. There's plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That's reeled in. It's Ross. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll leave it with him. Still running at the 40. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot play.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Farmer. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, the ground game. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss.
Thank you, Hollywood. Had to build these boys up, man. Trying to get this natty this season, man. I'm trying to get this natty.
And this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Jackson gonna throw it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Caught in the backfield. It's Burgess. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
With the catch, it's Ross. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's White. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's far, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You just can't have that happen if you're on a return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
He might want another play. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got it on the run. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This defense standing tall, trying to get the stop on 3rd and goal after having their backs against the wall. Touchdown, Clemson! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Coming out with it, it's Watkins. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. final play of the quarter coming. Jackson will throw. Good timing on the quick out. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Cardinals come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to look for a man on third and short. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab past the markers. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
That's caught. It's Pratt. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Gage. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
That's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Ooh, definitely dodged a bullet there. Listen, the quarterbacks don't run with the football all the time in practice. They're not used to all that contact sometimes. Have a tendency to cough it up a little bit. A bad play because he coughed it up? Could have been worse, though. Good thing he landed on it.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Frazier. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Adams. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cardinals come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's King. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback going the other direction.
Goes to the option. Made a defender miss. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Cardinals, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Trying to run it in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because, I don't know.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Quick strike through the air for the score. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit. Of the 1st down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Grab near the sticks. It's Ross. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Zings it complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the day.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He wants to change this route. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Looking for a man. It's Adams. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And the Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pulls it in. It's Burgess. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for it.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Turning it on. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Lindsey. He lets one fly deep. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
I appreciate you, Hollywood, man. I appreciate everybody coming by watching. We trying to stay strong, man. Trying to get going to the playoffs with the momentum and stuff like that, man. I appreciate everybody, man. About to get up out of here. God bless y'all.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's